Hello YouTubers, this is my Wisteria. Now I've had this 3 or 4 years and it's in the same pot I potted it up in that long ago. But now it is time to give it some attention and start wiring some of these branches that need wiring. Now when I bought it all them years ago, I don't know if it came as a graft, because that just looks really strange. So if you know if that's a graft, I'd love to know. Or is it just a double? But I don't know if that's a graft or not, but that's what I got going on, that's what I got to work with. I ain't buying another one. But yeah, never fed it. Never fed it, not in 4 years, never been fed. That's probably why it's grown so slowly in the last 4 years. Anyway, what am I trying to wire today? Well, let's zoom you up a bit. So, I was gonna get rid of that whole branch, but I ain't gonna do that now. And if you've ever worked, I'm gonna take it off this turntable. If you've ever worked with Wisteria, you'll know how brittle the branches are. So when you're trying to, I was going to bend this whole one, but I ain't gonna now. I'm gonna start bending these ones down. And possibly a bit. Oh, he snapped it. He snapped it. Crying out loud. And that's what I mean. That's how bloody... Oh, that's a shame. That's a bloody shame. That's how brittle they are. Let's sod it, we're still going to wire that whole branch. I'm going to let that defeat me. I don't know what I'm going to use for 3 mil. So when I'm wiring, I'm concentrating so much I don't talk through the video. So I've got to do a bit of a voiceover just to stop the silent pause. But yeah, I'm gutted that branch snapped. I am gutted. But mate, I'll just feed it next year, innit? That's what I'll do. I'll just give it some miracle grow, all purpose. And the tendrils will start growing out like anything. But yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. But I can still work with this. Now I'm using a 3mm wire, so it's pretty tough. It's a tough wire to be using and to be bending round, but I need that to keep this bend that I want with this Wisteria. I'm crapping my pants because you saw how brittle it is. It is just a brittle tree to work with. Always has been, always will be. I do need to repot it, because in all honesty, that pot it's in, it's only half filled up with soil. That's how neglected this tree has been in the last 4 years. Well, it didn't grow much. They're just slow growing, aren't they? I suppose not feeding it for 4 years might have had an issue, and only half a pot full of soil might have been an issue. But there's no point repotting it now, because we're coming into October. So it can stay as it is. I just want to get it wired and get some vigour going. That's the one, vigour. So as you can see, I'm still battling with this whole branch with this wire. It is a very tough wire to work with, and you got to be careful not to knock any of the new shoots for next year off, because they are very delicate as well. So you've got a brittle and delicate tree to work with using a 3mm wire. It's not ideal, but it's how I do it. It's how I work. It's how I'm working. There. Ta-da! No, he's done it. That was back breaking. What have we got? Let's have a look. Bit of fine tuning needed, but I can start to see a vision, but you've got to look at it from every angle, every aspect, and think, yeah, you got to look at it in like another 4 years. But if I feed it, it might do a bit better. But you need to get your shape going on and like think, yeah, so if that keeps going like that, that can cascade down like that, and so on and so on. But as it's like a twin trunk, it's not got a top, has it? It's not got a centre. So that's what I'm thinking, what to do. So that's why I want this long bit here to stay on. So you've got different aspects of the tree, different layers as you go up. Oh yes, it's all about the different layers. So let's take a closer look and look at that. That looks fucking good. Epic. So when that grows out more, that branch, that can start to go over. That one, no, that's going to be like our centre. So that needs like wiring that direction to make that look more like a tree. That may need wiring and training a little bit more, but I don't, you've seen how brittle it is, so I don't want to strain it too much just yet. And that needs to go out more for me to be able to bend that how I want to bend that. But yeah, it's been slow growing. But it looks good. It looks good. I don't know how old it is. I've had it 4 years. It was sort of nearly the same size as it was 4 years ago. Yeah, so I don't know how old it is. Answers on the postcard, please. So the more I'm looking at this, the more I can see a few dead branches, and I don't want them, so I'll just zoom you in a little bit. He's dead, and he's growing into the other trunk, so you don't want that in there anyway. Same with that, can go off. Oh, cut that a little bit too deep because I've gone into the new bark there. Can you see that colour change? That'll be alright. That'll be alright. But yeah, you want to cut all the dead branches off, little dead bits. Just makes it look a little bit more pleasing to the eye. Yeah, I think this has got potential. So I think we're going to wrap this up. So that is a branch that needs working on. And we've got several branches that need working on, but it's a work in progress. But if you have enjoyed watching this, then please don't forget to like and subscribe. That'd be great. That'd be great. Bring the pennies in. Ka-ching! Pennies.